All right, welcome back to the channel. We've got the 2024 M8 Competition Gran Coupe, or Gran Coupe, the F93 chassis. This is in the very lovely Isle of Man green, which did debut on the M3, M4, and has now made its way across many of the lineup. So X5M, X6M, and of course now the M8 are available in this really lovely shade of green, of course named after the Isle of Man race. I guess that's in the United Kingdom technically. Oh, I think its own little structure there. So I'm not sure how many model years of the M8 do remain. I know there's at least one more model year 25, which I think begins production in March of 2024. So let's go over this particular build. So standard on the 8 series are laser lights. And it's going to be one of the last vehicles with lasers available. It is also an option on the iX, but on nothing else, basically the 4 Series. And the M3 will have that removed with the model year 25 refresh. And then we got our parking assistance package, so the camera there in the front grille. Double slat kidney grills in the vertical orientation, M8 badging on the grille. Driving assistance professional package, you can see the sensor down there in the front of the grille. All right, and here's that 3/4 view of the very well designed 8 Series in its 2nd generation, spawning off the E31 8 Series. On the side, we have the style 813M bicolor wheels with the black M compound brake calipers, as well as the tire lottery win with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. We'll take a pause here at the breather gill, which doesn't appear to have any opening, so basically a design thing here. Then M8 Competition, it's really hard, well, I guess it's just M8, really hard to see in the sort of shadowline package type thing going on here. Of course, only the M8 Competition is available in the US market. At launch back in, was it 2020, model year 2020, it was available in regular and competition guise, and then when it came back to the US market for model year 22, it was always competition. Let's take a look at the rear calipers. I'm curious about this, to see if those have the M clips, and they do have some M badging here. I don't think there are actually clips on the rear caliper. I'm taking that 3/4 view. Again, between this and the 8 Series Coupe, in my opinion, the best looking design that B&W currently makes. It's very elegant and I think well proportioned. Out back we have the M8 Competition badging in high gloss black, our faux diffuser and quad exhaust tips. And we do have a gurney flap in high gloss black and the carbon fiber roof. And there's that 3/4 view with a little bit more of the sunlight, what remains of it, hitting the car. It's just a shame that something that looks like this is going to be going away. But for me, I think they probably priced this a little bit too high for it to sell well. It's always never going to be a big seller, but definitely, I think, a lot of really good design cues. And of course, the origin of this one is the M8 GTE race car. So the race car began development first, before the development of the street car, which is unusual. Well, let's go ahead, take a look at the inside, go over pricing and options on this M8 Comp. So opening up, we have the black extended merino leather, and as a surprise, a rare treat, the M carbon bucket seats, which have been available since I think model year 22 on all the variations of the M8. See M8 badging that lights up, but basically the same seats that are on the M3, except the merino leather, a lot more quilting going on here, a little bit of contrast stitching, but obviously a really good looking seat. Then you've got side bolster adjustment. I guess I probably can't say this on the channel, but probably don't want to do this. So the M8 Competition badging down here, always a very nice touch. All right, so on the inside, we've got our M steering wheel. And then we've got M1, M2 buttons in red. Curiously, if you get the carbon fiber trim, you don't get carbon fiber shift pedals. I think sort of a miss for B&W given the price point of this vehicle. Driving assistance professional package buttons over here on the left-hand side. Heated steering wheel button, M8 badging, and of course, M stitching. In front of me, the very old-ish iDrive 7 in the M Mode Sport. Standard heads-up display. Very large iDrive 7 screen. I think it's 12.2 inches now. And then climate control buttons, obviously a thing of the past now. M8 Competition badging here. Carbon fiber trim. Only on the center console. And then we got our embossed M emblem on the drive selector or gear selector. And of course you got the stitching as well. Alright, so starting price of the 2024 M8 Competition is $138,800. Ooh, that's a lot. Isle of Man green metallic and the leather are included. Driving assistance package for $100. It does include the parking assistance plus and all the other active driving assistance stuff, sort of like blind spot detection, frontal collision warning, etc. Again, I think there is a reason for it being an option. I can't recall what it was. I was told it a long time ago, but I don't recall what it was. There's some sort of legit reason for it. Driving Assistance Pro package for another $1,700. All these other things are included. The M Carbon bucket seats are $4,500. Then you got your gas guzzler tax for $1,000. All told, MSRP of this particular example, just a little bit over $147,000. All right, we'll make our way to the back seat. And very nice touches with the frameless doors. The roof does slope down a little bit, but I think it's actually pretty easy to get in and out of the M8 Competition Gran Coupe or 8 Series Gran Coupe. And here's the view from the back seat with these lovely carbon fiber bucket seats. I mean, what a thing to have on a car like this. I know it's a super rare option to have these carbon bucket seats on an M8 Gran Coupe. I've seen them on, not in person, Robbie Foley, who's a B&W M Motorsport factory driver, as well as Samantha Tan's M8 Competition Gran Coupe, all have those buckets. A little bit more carbon fiber trim. Then you got climate zone in the back here, 2 zones, and USB-C ports for the passengers. And you can actually fit a 5th person in the car, straddling this center console area. But with those carbon buckets, knee room and legroom is really, really good. It's on the level of a 7 Series. And then headroom, pretty good. Overall, not bad, and just, I can't stop looking at this great view of these carbon fiber bucket seats. Something to have, and I think, of course, it's going to be to taste for an M8, but wow, really good looking. All right, so I'll move to the back here, and I don't think there is kicked open, but it's been a while since I've tried this on the M8. It does have kicked open. So, the opening, I think, is a little bit awkward, so it's not very sort of wide here, but it is fairly deep. Of course, you can fold down those rear seats for even more cargo capacity, but pretty decent sized cargo area. Use kick to close. We'll make our way to the front, pop the hood, and take in, ooh, look at that, sun's hitting it just right. We're nearing sunset here in Mountain View. All right, so under the hood is the S63 4.4 liter V8 engine, twin turbo, 617 horsepower, 553 torques in the M8 Competition, guys. Of course, this is the last of the S63s. Everything else has moved on to the S68, which is a mild hybrid setup. But that's it for a quick tour around the M8 Comp Gran Coupe. We'll see you at the next video.